computer's been acting weird. I fixed some stuff on my computer, and then Google's starting to mess up, and I had to reinstall Google, which took all my settings and everything out of it. So I've been fighting with that.
Listen, you need to get on a normal sleep schedule.
Me?
Yes, I got a notification last night at 9:30 that you were going live. I'm like, what? I'm in bed.
Yeah. Hey, the people want what the people want.
It was only 9:30 when you went out, or 10:30 your time, Bob, last
Yeah.
night.
Well,
Oh, I thought it was like
I got an
midnight.
email and I got a text message. Hey, you going live tonight? And I was like, yeah, I guess
Yeah,
I'll go live, and went on there. So I actually just shared
yeah.
this out on my channel, so might be some more people coming out. I'm actually streaming on both places, so
Well, my
Okay.
phone is getting low. I'm going to leave y'all, and y'all have a good night. I'm going to stay in the chat for a little bit, but y'all have a good night, okay?
All right.
God bless.
Lisa.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
Today. She said it was her fault. She's got to have her daily dose of Bob.
Yeah, I was telling them when I came on, Bob, that I went on at like 7:30 or 8 o'clock, and you weren't on, and I said, well, maybe he's not coming on tonight, and I went on to bed, which I needed to do anyway. I'm glad I didn't stay up late with you guys.
Well, you remember I used to go Monday nights at 8 o'clock, and because old Grayson there used to go at 7. He was doing this from 7 and getting off at about 8. And now that little joker done moved it up to 8 o'clock. So I haven't been going on Monday nights. So I didn't want to, go live when somebody else is live at that same time, because, I wouldn't want them to do that to me. Like, I wouldn't want Cayman to say, hey, I'm going live Tuesday at 8 o'clock. And then all of a sudden Bob's like, well, I guess we ain't getting no viewers tonight. But, it just happens like that. Yeah, he sent me what Sam used. I thought I said it in the stream. Let me see. I'll pull it up. Hold on.
Let me write this down.
Okay.
Xentari. It's Xentari.
What was that stuff for?
Spraying on your frames to keep the moss from eating them up in the wintertime. He said he just puts them. He says what he does is make a 5-gallon bucket of it, and then he just dips his frame in there and then lets it dry and then puts them up. So, man, I'll tell you what, I'm going to have problems real soon with my bees. I went in them today. They were nice today. It was hot. They were probably too hot to sting me. They were probably just like, man, we don't feel like messing with you today. And I was having to put my third 5-frame, like it was a 5-frame nuke, and then I put on an extra box which made it 10 frames, but I only had 2 extra 10-frame boxes. So now I got 3 5-frames on each of those. I had a double 5-frame that was so packed out. I put the bottom 5-frame in its own box, and then in a 10-frame box, and then I put the top of that 5-frame in its own box right on. It's still 5/5 in the center with empty frames on the side, and I'll put it in the chat. Hold on, it's Xentari. Xentari. That's what he sent me. And so we're gonna see. But my boxes, I've got a few that aren't full, but most of them are getting pretty full to where I got to figure out how I'm gonna shake them down. And I was thinking to do like James and Ian and all those guys do up in Canada, where they take the supers off and they shake them all down into the bottom box. But they have the benefit, it is a benefit in this situation, of being cold, where they don't have to worry about the swarming bees. I feel like if I do that and they've got all these slabs of brood, I'm going to be catching them out of the trees in November, October. Christmas lights would be on Jeremy's house and I'll be I'll be wrangling bees out of the trees. So I'm trying not to do that. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. I need boxes. That's what I need.
Hey, don't count it out. 'Cause you remember that day me and you yakking on the telephone right after you was starting to get your swarm lure going
Mm-hmm.
in November, but it was mid-November, I think it was, and literally on the phone with Bob, and boy, here come a swarm in.
I had to go capture one. People were at a Christmas party mid-December, and it was on the tree across the street. Most people are like, well, just let them fly. But when it's that late in the year, I'm just going to get them as more of a public service, I guess what you say. Get them out of the tree, keep them from killing them. Who knows, man? I don't know how many wild colonies are around here from my 5 years with having swarms that I couldn't catch and swarms that I went to pick up that you go back 2 days later and they're gone out of there. We probably got bees everywhere around here now. Repopulated.
I got Jeremy having bad signal like everybody else too. Come on back, brother. We'll get you back in here.
And so yeah, I was just trying to fix my computer, and then Jose called me. So I was talking to Jose for a minute, and then popped over here. And let's see if we got you on live over on my channel too. So we're yeah, I only got 4 viewers over on my channel. Everybody's over here, which is where y'all need to be. Y'all need to be right here. Sub Tim and Hannah, RTX and RTX Honeybees.
Well, hey, we appreciate you sharing it out, bro.
Well, it's funny. Your channel is, and I think one time on Charlie's channel, it gave me the option at the top to share it on, share this content on your channel, but it doesn't let me do it on everybody's. So I don't know if it's a setting in the StreamYard or what.
I don't know.
Let me see.
I don't know nothing about that.
No, I'm still foreign to all this.
Well, hey, Steve. I should. I got to figure out, man. I don't know, and I didn't have that many drones that I saw out there today in the colonies I went into.
Lee said it's a setting in YouTube, Bob, not on StreamYard.
Really? Huh. Because it asked me when I come into StreamYard, there'll be a thing on top that says, do you want to share this with your subs? I don't know. We're live on both places, though.
Uh-huh.
If you have a tech question, ask Lee.
That's it, yeah. Leave the tech man, sure.
Y'all started talking about swarms. I had to go look out before it got dark and see if I saw anything hanging in the trees. When I was in my yard today, the robin was so bad it was like one big swarm. So
mine hasn't been robin that bad. I'm starting to get little tiny flowers on the buckwheat, some of the buckwheat right now. So hopefully in the next, tomorrow, the 19th will be 1 month since I've planted it. So in the next 2.5 weeks, it's supposed to be full grown, but it ain't near full grown height that I see out there.
Well, I ain't never fooled with any of that buckwheat, but apparently it's a good nectar producer.
Supposed to be. They said you can get like 150 pounds per acre. And that a strong colony can bring in 10 pounds worth of nectar a day.
Wow.
So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Now, granted, I did use an acre's worth of seeds. However, not all the seeds took, right? So there's areas that it just didn't take, but the whole back is good. Backyard.
Landowners we got around here, and Philip, I got to make a correction, and you was right, my friend. Not long ago, we was talking about the cotton. It's just that one time during the season.
Remember,
Like
he
you said.
thought they did it twice, like early in the year and then fall, and you were like, no, I'm pretty sure it's once a year.
Yeah, I got to admit, I was 100% wrong on that one. But I did.
Yeah.
Go
Hey,
to ask
Larry,
him.
I didn't think I could grow buckwheat. I just threw out seeds and the shit started growing. I mean, I just tried it. It cost me $110 for the seeds where I got them, and we'll see what happens with it. Larry asked,
Get some of them old boys. Like, I mean, if you walk across the road, you probably have to walk maybe 150 yards to one of the big fields they got. But they doing peanuts this year. But when they get done and they go to pulling them peanuts, I'm kind of tempted to go over there and speak with the landowner and say, hey, you know, for your cover crop for the rest of the season, is there any chance you could plant something along those lines that maybe be a nectar producer?
Buckwheat is supposed to, if you till it into the ground afterwards, it's supposed to be a good.
Uh-oh. Rose up.
I thought it was us again. I was like, here we go.
No, it's
Technical difficulties.
Yeah, we do have a storm.
Deer will eat it, Larry. Bob's got pictures of lots of deer coming around now.
Ooh, it wouldn't last long around here then. Local rednecks would have a blast, my friend, and I mean that in every both ways. You know.
Lee said Bob's funny freeze. It does always catch him at the most inopportune time when it freezes up.
See if we can make that the thumbnail for.
Yeah, that would be awesome. He'd get mad at you.
Yeah.
Oh, here you go.
Like Jeremy looked like he was saying he's getting out there fixing a
He said he was moving bees to cotton.
cot.
Yeah.
What is Mr. Larry? Is he down here now?
Mr. Larry, I think, is in. I call it Mississippi.
He
Everybody
was
else.
asking, can we grow buckwheat? But I didn't know he lived that close to us.
Well, I reckon we could.
Oh, yeah, you could grow it.
We can grow just about anything down here as hot and humid as it is. Except for apples. We can't do no apples.
Now her daddy, man, had that thing was so pretty whenever it would bloom, but he had some apple trees that were actually growing and doing good. And I mean, we down here, I ain't never seen no apple trees. But whenever me and her started running together in a few years, whenever them things were blooming, what do you talk about? A beautiful little bloom on those trees. But only 1 year, that thing actually put off a few little old apples. And I guess, I don't know if a blight got them or just.
But it ain't never tried to put them off again.
No, I think that little old apple tree just about done died off.
Lisa said she got a screenshot of this funny face.
That's
Hilarious.
next conference that we're all at, so everyone's going to be have my face on their shirt
Oh, please.
with some wacky face on it. mugs that got a wacky face on it. Everything. So
Hey Lisa, you need to email that to Lee because
someone just texted me. It's probably Lee with it or Lisa. I don't know if Lisa's got my
Do you
number.
think she'll put it in a community post? That's hilarious.
Yeah,
We better shut up because it's gonna catch us with a stupid look on our face one day. Bob will get his revenge.
them little old apples, they wouldn't. I'd say they probably wouldn't even big as a tennis ball, maybe. But when they did, I guess, get right, got a couple off there, they was good, but I guess our climate is just too much for them trees. Apparently, they do better, say up where DC lives and up in the North
they need
Country. I
some-
reckon.
What
They
is
need
your
some
soil
cold
sandy like ours?
Yeah, ours is real sandy down
What about
here.
peach trees?
These trees will go now.
Peaches, pears, plums, most everything that
Big.
happens.
Scuppernongs.
Oh yeah, we got some good scuppernongs down here.
Most people are like, what the hell's a scuppernong?
They good. Get your
It's
hands
really
on
good.
some.
I don't
It's
know
like
what
a
it's
big,
looking
big
like.
old thick-skinned grape that's a little bit tart, right? A little sour most of the time.
You're not talking about a muscadine, are you?
Yeah, we call them scuppernongs, but it's the same thing.
No. Okay.
Now, here at the house, the old timers say that where we're at used to be an old prison camp way back when. And apparently there was I guess a quarter house or something, wherever I don't know, whoever was over the prison camp lived pretty close to where we're at right here. And y'all, there's some muscadine vines that are just huge. One of them is all the way up and then some in a longleaf pine. And we've been here almost 6 years, and I've yet to see a muscadine come off that thing. But this year, them babies is going. So kind of hoping maybe in the next couple of weeks, them babies get right, and I can go out there and go to shaking that vine and get me some off of them. I love them things.
I'll tell you what, since I started beekeeping, the amount of different wild stuff that I see that I used to not see in the yard, and everything, even aside from plants, I used to not have dragonflies, but they're coming to eat the bees, right? So we got dragonflies. I got lots of butterflies and all kinds of stuff coming around now because lizards, frogs, probably snakes chasing all them, right? Now we got coyotes and foxes, everything right here. So it's like the food chain, right? It's just one of those things. So, but I mean, I see all kinds of flowers that I'm like, where'd that little purple flower? Wouldn't that? I mean, right up next to the house. I'm like, that was never there before. Now I got these little tiny purple flowers popping up. So, mice, rats. Yep, we had all them.
We kind of do the same, but you're talking about just taking and paying attention to the different floral now.
Mhm.
And I didn't know anything about nettle and dead nettles at all. Like you say, then we started getting into this, but I had no idea the old days they would take that. Y'all don't hold me to it. Don't go out there eating none of it till you get it right. But it was either the nettle or dead nettle that they used to use for a spice whenever they cook. But
Well, they used to use cocaine and Coca-Cola too, Tim. That doesn't make it right.
well, you're right about that.
I ain't touching that.
That was their energy drink back in the day.
Lee said it takes several years for the muscadines to go. So usually 3 years or more for them to really produce.
Ooh, this joker, I'm telling you, the stalk on that thing is probably, if you did the circumference on it, it's probably about 4 inches. And I got frisky one day, and that one I was just telling y'all about that goes up in that old pine, I pulled and tugged on it a little bit. And I was like, I wonder if this thing will hold me. I climbed up that rascal.
Straight up went Tarzan on that thing.
I don't know. I probably got about 16, 18 feet up there on it. And I was like, nah, this is about far as I'm going. Now, come on down. But it held me. But like I say, this is the first year we've seen them put any fruit off.
Well, you guys see what color my honey is, right? It's pretty light. And I went out there today and popped a box I hadn't been in and it is very dark colored honey in that one colony. I was like, okay, well, that's interesting. They found something different out there. So, don't know what it is at this point, but it's definitely in there. And I will eventually pull more honey, but it's like I'll open up a box, there'll be 4 cap frames right in the middle, and then they're just starting to work the outside. So it's like, just leave it on there till it's a little cooler, maybe. I don't know. Or I've run out. One of the two, and I have to pull it. But let's see. They only have a license to import cocoa leaves to get the extract, but coke chemicals are sold to pharmaceutical company after they get what they want. That's reading the chat.
Philip, you may have mentioned this before, but Jeremy has talked about how such a good year he's had with that mesquite out there. Do you have that close to you?
I've got lots of mesquite, but I think his is a variety, like a bush type variety, and mine are more of a tree type. So I don't think they're the same, really. They look about the same, but
How far apart are y'all? I know Texas is huge, but
yeah, he's probably about 6 hours away from me, probably.
okay.
If he's on the other side of Amarillo.
Probably totally different environment. Yeah, he just said I mainly have bush, but some trees.
Mm-hmm.
That's funny.
Yeah. So I guess it's that bush that's blooming real good out that way.
Yeah, the trees bloom some too, but they're a little more sporadic. I'm hoping when I go back out, I see a bunch of them. I hope I hope it translated, but I doubt if it did.
Yeah.
Well, maybe it will. Him having such a good year on his end, it'll kind of scare up your way too.
Well, I mean, I'm happy with what I got this year, which is way more than last year. So.
Yeah. I hope next year's better for us. We actually get some honey.
Have you,
hours? Yeah.
Philip? Have you been doing any splits this time of year?
No, I haven't. Other than the little natural split I got today with a little swarm that was stuck on the side of the colony. But no, I haven't. I don't know that they would mate that well.
See, that's the thing that I've got an abundance of bees, and I could basically take one frame out of each colony and drop it into a 2-frame nuke to see if they would produce a queen.
Yeah.
But, you run the risk of, if I did that, that's 30. I need 30 frames. So that's 3 deeps worth of bees that I'm basically risking 3 colonies to do that,
A lot of people here do splits in September, right at the beginning of the fall flow. And I don't know. They may do them with mated queens, though. I don't know if they do them and expect the queens to mate.
Well, see, I could do that now. If I had the boxes, I could definitely make those splits. I mean, some of the colonies I went in, they were slabbed up with brood.
Yeah, I could probably do that too. I mean, our bees, at least down in the country, they may go almost broodless when it gets really hot and dry. The ones here, they have access to a lot of irrigated stuff here, so they won't ever go broodless here. But yeah, my colonies are crawling with bees. I could easily do splits if I did them with mated queens. But I mean, where would I put them? I don't have enough equipment right now.
Yeah, see, and that's my thing, is if they keep hatching out,
and I'm trying to figure out how to take. I got too many boxes here at my house. I need to take half of them out to the country.
You can take them down here, and we'll split all these colonies.
Okay.
I'll order up a bunch of. James says if I make 2-frame splits, he's going to drive down and kick my ass. I mean, it is definitely night and day difference. Now, I still have some of those strugglers but I'm worried that they're I hate to say too strong with no flow right now, but I mean they're pretty packed in there right now. I should have did a video on it, but it was too hot. I was too sweaty. And I did something different today. It's a little tip. I felt I would try it out and see. Instead of putting my gloves over my jacket, I put them under my jacket. I put them on first and then put my arms through my jacket and Velcroed them tight.
Mhm.
So, you know, a lot of those gloves, my gloves have the little mesh stripe on them. And when the bees sting, they always seem to sting me right through that piece on my arm right there, right where my jacket pulls up. But when I put that underneath it and the jacket over top, when it pulls up, it never pulls up enough to go through that piece. So it worked well. I didn't get any stings today. So
That's good.
the bees were nice today. And I don't know why. They found something to forage on a little bit. But with all the rain, I thought for sure I was going to be shaking bees out of trees today. But it just didn't happen. Didn't have to happen.
Jasper?
That was rude, man.
But Jasper fart.
Yes, he did. Good.
Gosh.
That was bad, man.
Hannah's just blaming Jasper. That's what it was. She's a good actress.
Blame it on the dog.
Them girls, they fluff. They don't fart, y'all. Y'all know that.
Did it right.
Called blowing you a kiss.
Oh, that was
Ooh.
scary.
That was rude, Jasper. Good night. Sorry, y'all.
Yeah.
Good thing we don't have smell-o-vision.
That was a medicine
Ain't that the
already.
truth? It'll run everybody out this chat.
Yeah.
There's our train wreck.
Yeah.
Yeah, Larry said they're seeing the same problems. Well, I don't know if it's a problem though. I mean, I don't have tons and tons of extra equipment. I did at the beginning of the year, but with the expansion now, I'm down to the last little bit, you know. So it's buy boxes or something. So who knows?
Well,
I might have to I might make an order and take a ride next weekend up to North Carolina and pick up some boxes. I don't want to drive 5 hours round trip to pick up boxes, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do, I guess.
Well,
Either that or go down to Florida.
I'm gonna say, like the old lady says, sometimes it just bees that way, baby.
Right.
But we with you, Mr. Larry, on the goldenrod. I mean, the widow woman right down the road, she got several acres up there, but one of them was an old horse pasture when her husband was still around, and she don't cut that field anymore until pretty much, I don't know, come spring she'll cut it down one more time. But y'all, some of that doggone goldenrod out there is about 6 foot and some change.
Literally. It's
If you're watching over on my channel, the link is over on Gunline's channel. So you got to come to Gunline Bees to click the link to come in, like James and Brad and anybody else that normally jumps in, because you got some explaining to do. We got to talk about this, what to do with these colonies, because I can't go out there after a flow and shake all my bees down into the box, because it's going to be summer here for another 3 months. I got to figure out what to do.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah, at least 3 months of hot weather.
The only thing I can figure to do is, and I can only do it on 3 at a time, is pick up a deep, split the deeps in half, and throw a double screen board in between them, and let them make a queen. Just make sure they got eggs in both boxes, and you know, and let them make some queens that way. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. I just don't want to can't stay is all bedtime soon. You don't got nothing to do tomorrow. You work in the bee yard.
It can be a lot of work, though.
He stayed up late with you last night, Bob.
Oh yeah, we did. That's for sure. Even after we get off, we still talk in the back room for a while.
Yeah, I couldn't
The
believe it.
Threw everybody off, Bob. It's like everybody was waiting on you and waiting and finally give up and went to bed.
That's what we
Yeah.
done.
I did. And I was kind of glad I did too when I
Well,
saw they stayed on for like 2.5 hours.
To be
Yeah.
honest with you, I've been trying to not go live as much. Not that I love going live. I love talking to you guys and everything, but it just gets to the point to where I know y'all appreciate it, but you know, you watch some other streamers that go live once in a while and stuff like that, and they go live and all of a sudden you see super chat, and I go live 4, 5, 6 times a week, and I don't even get enough super chats for the whole month to get a payout from YouTube at the end of the month. So it's like, you know, when you see people that jump in your live and they're with you and they're building, the way I look at it is if we're doing a live stream and you come in, there is some advantage to being on the live stream because you do get some new viewers that you're not exposed to, right? Or that were not exposed to your channel, and it does help you grow a little bit. And to give you an example, old Grayson there had 24 subs when we started bringing him in, and now he's monetized. Charlie didn't have enough people. Now he's monetized, you know, so some of these channels are growing and they're using, but then you go to another channel and you watch them people tipping people away over there, and then they come in and grow their channel on our stream, and you know, crickets, you don't see nothing. And it's not about the money necessarily, but it's just like I don't know, it's like it makes you feel like you're doing a lot of extra work, and you don't really necessarily feel appreciated all the time for doing it. So
Well, hey, we enjoy them, man. That's what got us going and got us into it. Now, I will say these live streams helped us get to the
hours, right?
yeah, we finally got over the 4,000 hours or whatever it is. Whatever that does for you, I'm not sure, but it has definitely helped. I guess whatever hours you got to build up on that end.
Oh, I know you do, Steve. I didn't mean anything by it, so nobody get their feelings hurt that I said that. I'm just, you know, that's why I haven't been going live as much, is because, you know, I'm late to work in the mornings because I stay up late on live streams, and there's all kinds of other reasons too, but that's part of it. Yeah, when you even when you monetize, it's nice to patch stuff on the back. Hey, I got enough subs to monetize, but you're not going to make that. You're not going to make money unless you really blow up, right? So to give you an example, when I started going live and when Brian Coper started going live, as far as beekeeping, Brian and I Brian was a little bit ahead of me in subs, but not a lot. And now with the stream team, man, his memberships have just went, you know, up through the roof, and I get about 30 a month added onto mine, right? It's just slow, bloop, 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 slow growth. So don't know why it is that way. It just is. And
I think the only way you'll make any money is you get like what's that gal out there, Texas Bee Works. Yeah, I guess so. When it's always
bikini,
never getting stung.
Yeah, you start beekeeping in a bikini and your views will go through the roof. Yeah.
Or, you know, you'll get a lot of views if you do a lot of shorts too. You'll get views, but it doesn't really translate into anything as far as YouTube, other than you might get some subscribers out of it. But I find that those subscribers watch shorts. They don't watch your full content. They're not really interested in beekeeping per se. They might just be interested in, oh, look at all these bees around this feeder. Or we were talking about it last night. That little short that I put up with the trailer that had the leak under it, 3,500 views or something like that. I mean, and then I put up a live stream and you get 100 views, or you put up a video, you get 100 views. So it's like, yeah, the first step is knowing you have a problem. That's true. We'll call you Bikini Bob. Unsub. At least as you unsub if I do it in a if I do it in a bikini. But yeah, that's enough about YouTube. YouTube is what
I mean, we'd have never thought we'd have never imagined we'd
we'd
have
have this many people watching us goof off.
no, and 600 subs. You know, I thought 10. I mean, I was like, man, there's 10 people really watching what we do.
So people watch shorts. Shorts. That's funny. Did the so when you started coming on these live streams, not the ones that you're doing, but when you started coming on the Hillbilly Hives Live and on our stream and stuff, how many subs did y'all have when you started that? You remember?
Oh, I remember.
What,
Not that many.
when y'all gave us when Houston mentioned us that night, and y'all gave us the shout out, I think we had 2 subs that night, and it was Houston and Earl. Then after y'all gave us the shout out, we got to about 12 or 14. Then as we kind of started getting in the chats and talking with everybody and all that, that's whenever I guess the numbers kind of started growing a little bit more. But it was, I think, just coming into y'all's live chats. Then whenever Earl and Johnny and Houston had their little gig, just kind of everybody getting to know each other, and the numbers started growing. Then I finally figured out how to do them shorts, and the shorts got to be where we would pick up 4 or 5 here, the same thing back and forth. But then you go back and you look, and you're like, well, we picked up some extra subs, and a couple of days later the numbers dropped because I guess it didn't fit their cup of tea or whatever it may be. But the way I look at it is the people that's here with us now, that's a family, I guess, in a sense, the kind of way we look at it. Y'all are willing to. Oh yeah, Lee took it.
Family. That's what I was trying to highlight it.
There it goes. We went right there.
I don't know how much. I've got a video with 67,000 views, and I don't know how much that thing made. Probably nothing. Let's see the analytics on it. See if it tells me. 67,000 views. It doesn't show me the revenue. Let's see. Oh, you know what? I think I hid all those videos, my old crypto videos, off the channel. But yeah, it's got 67,000 views on it.
Now, I think the biggest views we've got on ours is when we done the soaking the corn cob in the salt water and the bees pulling off it, and it's like 16,000. That's the most views. Yeah, we did get a bunch on that. Whenever everybody here in the beekeeping community pulled together and helped us out on y'all's live that night to get Hannah the new Guardian suits and all that. Whenever we put that video out, it went, I think we got about 4,000 or 5,000 views off it. But, well, hey, yeah, I mean, we still appreciate everybody that's here. But like I said, we'd have never imagined we'd even got 100.
It's let me see. I've had a YouTube channel since 2009. I started putting up some content in 2012. So 11 years making some videos, and only to be at 2,500, right? So just to give you an idea. So everybody ramps up quick, and then it kind of plateaus, right? So even the people that are getting monetized, it's a you get those people that are dedicated, like everybody in the chat that watches the videos when we put them up, and then very rarely. The only way it's going to grow after that point is if people that are watching your chat actually share it out to their community, because they've got some viewers that you don't have, and so forth, if they've got content. I heard that too, Southeastern. Heard that too.
Keith, it's easier for me to tell you what we don't do, brother.
That's what I was fixing to say.
We don't do major plumbing. We don't do major electrical, but anything in between, from decks, porches, patios, to
Roofing.
every type of flooring, remodel, anything in between. Whatever we can do to make an honest dollar in the construction world, we do.
How late y'all going tonight?
Probably about maybe another 20 minutes or so, y'all. Let her
Yeah, I'm
get
not gonna
rested
last
up.
much longer.
Yeah, y'all got work tomorrow. So do I. I got a meeting in the morning.
One of us is working and one of us is grounded. I'm getting really tired of it.
We got to get y'all a dishwasher. I was probing Tim yesterday on the phone, like, y'all got electrical plumbed up? I mean, is electrical under there for your dishwasher? No, I don't believe it is. Is plumbing under there for your dishwasher? No, I don't believe it is. I'm like, well, we got to fix that.
Look, I had it lined out. Look, I've been working construction with him just long enough to have a tiny bit of sense about it. I had a plan. There's a cabinet right beside the plumbing, right beside the sink, where he could easily slide the dishwasher
But
in.
you know what? Depending on what kind of sink you had back in the 70s, and I think they still make it, they made one that sat off to the side that you rolled up. It had like a butcher block top on it. You just rolled it up to your sink and hooked it up to the water and plugged it in, turned it on.
My mom had one of those. Yeah.
So y'all gonna have me working in the house getting dishwashers. Y'all keep on with that dishwasher stuff.
Just think how happy you'll make your wife.
Oh, she would be ecstatic.
That's just, I pulled them old timers. That's just a waste of water and waste of electricity running that thing for two people.
Yeah.
But then she's
He
going to turn.
changes his tune when I go on strike and he has to wash dishes. Then it's all, oh, I didn't know two people could use this many dishes.
Then you'll say, well, I'm going on strike. Now you got to go buy stuff in like catfish dinners all the time.
I told him that as hungry as I've been, like that's the first thing we're doing when I get over all this. We're going to the catfish house and eating a catfish dinner.
See, Jim down here says for two people they are totally worth it.
Mm-hmm.
I happen to believe that Tim's a lot like me. If it wasn't for you, Hannah, he'd probably still be eating off paper plates.
Yeah, I would. I ain't fixing to do all that. I'll throw that junk in the garbage.
Microwave and good to go.
I really feel like it's just proof that the Lord has a sense of humor. Growing up, like it was me and my sister. We're the only girls in my huge family. So our job was doing the dishes and cleaning the bathroom. So as soon as I started working, I got my first job 2 weeks after I turned 16 and got a vehicle. And I started paying her to do my chores. I was like, I'm out. But the whole time, growing up doing dishes, I would gripe and complain, and I swore, like literally, y'all, I swore I would never own a dish. I told my mama I'll have one pot and one pan to cook out of. Everything else is gonna be plastic and paper. But since I moved out and I've lived on my own with my husband, I've washed dishes every day of my life since I made all.
See, now you just need an air fryer and some paper plates. You can handle everything.
I got an air fryer, just no paper plates.
I think we'll look into some paper plates.
Before you look into a dishwasher. Yeah.
150 gallons of honey or 150 pounds of honey? Because if you're selling 150 gallons of honey for $3 a gallon, you bring it right to my house. I'm buying all of it.
Well, he said he put in the chat a little while ago.
I think
He
he
had
said $3 a pound, right?
it all at once. Oh, 1,800 pounds?
1,800 pounds.
Wow.
Yeah, $3 is too cheap because it's sold so fast. That's what tells you it's too cheap.
Well, here 5-gallon pails are around $225. $200, $225 for a 5-gallon pail, and that's 12.
Yeah.
So let's do that math. Let me pull up my
He said it's $3.75 a gallon. He already did the math. Or where he's at, it's $3.75.
$3.75 a gallon.
Mhm.
$3.75 a pound, right? Yeah, a pound. I think he meant a pound. $3.75 a pound.
Ooh, I don't want you to no wrong numbers there, brother, on that. I say get what you can get for it. And
But the guy wants 30 buckets of honey.
Yeah, he's probably a bottler processor.
either that or a baker or a bottler, as far as like mead or something like that, a winery.
Rosie said she'll have you in the dishwasher.
I think Bob Benny pays like $2.50 for it.
Yeah, 55-gallon drums.
Yeah.
I know a little bit of insight of what's going to be happening, but I can't put it out on the deal there. So with Cayman, so it's going to be interesting. We just all have to wait together. Some people will be happy, some people won't be happy. I'm happy in one sense and unhappy in another sense.
well, I wasn't going to touch on the subject, but I know a lot of people is.
Well, you never get the whole story, right? You only know it's a he said, she said, and Cayman has taken the high road and keeping his business separate from his YouTube, and Dustin didn't go down that road. So it is.
That's what I was going to say. That, I mean, some folks like to talk and hear themselves heard. I'm not one of them. And
that must be me. That's why I go live all the time.
But don't put
your business out.
Don't put your business out there until, I mean, it's nobody's business. What them two men have going on with whatever it is, that's their business. Whatever happened between them, they need to settle out within themselves. Yeah. Then once things get settled out, if you want to talk, do so. But it's just best sometimes to keep your mouth shut until things are said and done and over with. That way you yourself don't put yourself in a bind anywhere, because people will use that against you, whether you did right or whether you did wrong. Sometimes the truth will be twisted, if you will.
Thank you, Jose. Look,
Hey,
I made a super chat on your live stream. I didn't even make one on my own.
half that with me, Bob. Half that with me. I'm just picking, brother. I promise.
But yeah, you know, it is what it is. You know, at the end of the day, you got two young fellas that probably ain't been in business before that are figuring things out as they go, and is what it is. You know, I've had a business that's failed before. Anybody that's been in business has probably had a business that has not succeeded at some point in their life, you know, and it's never fun, right? Even if you're in it by yourself, it's not fun. So for me, it's not even about the money. It would, if they're as good of friends as what they have both claimed that they've been friends since they were little, then to me, that's the biggest part of it that sucks, right? Is that you're losing a friend that you've been friends with your whole life over a business. And the business was not failing. You know, that's the whole thing. The business was succeeding.
Yeah. Hey, Todd.
It's a brick
Good evening.
house. It's mate. We're letting it all hang out.
Man, my
Todd, what's
backgrounds really suck.
Need to
I
get
don't
you
know,
a
but I'm
green
having
screen.
computer problems too.
Well,
Picking
I
up
took
part of
my
couch.
water cooler out and flipped it around and turned on something in the BIOS. And when I turn it on to speed my RAM up because it's not operating at the appropriate speed, then it ends up glitching out. Only Google is the only thing that messes up when I do it. So I had to fix it.
I'm going to fix this. Hang on. There. Blurry is better than nothing.
There you go.
Looks like Andrew Munn now. That's how he does his background, blurry background.
What's up, Jose?
I talked to Jose,
Jose and I had a conversation today too.
and then he called me about y'all's conversation. And then I was working on my computer,
no.
didn't get the phone, and he bought it elsewhere. But he bought it from somebody that buys it from me, so it works out, man. It trickle down economics there. So
See, I sent him your way.
oh well, I got some bad news on that too. So we're gonna see how this plays out. But my days, I love Apis, but my days with Apis might be numbered. But we'll see because I can't sell Apis on Amazon, right? I only sell Apis through my website and to dealers in my area. So if you order from my website, yeah, you're buying it from me. If you're a store in my area that buys it, you're buying it from me. But there's a super huge dealer that has picked it up that will pretty much probably shut my website down as far as Apis Biologics. So we'll see how that works, because that person also has a huge distributor network. So if you're already buying all of your stuff from that place to run your store, it's just another item you're going to be buying from that place for your store. So we'll see how it happens. And, you know, if it...
Hey, me and you need to square up on that other packet.
I'm not going to go out and leave you hanging.
Oh, no, but actually, I want to see if I could send it back and get the bigger bag.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you just want me to... You're just going to mail it back and want me to send you one of the bigger bags for the two smaller bags?
Yeah, and I'll pay. I'll send back the bag and then pay the difference, and then
just send it back and I'll ship you one out. No problem.
Okay, doke.
We'll figure it out. I'm not too worried about the shipping on it.
maybe somebody could tell us. I don't know, but isn't there like, I guess some businesses that will promote, your website, get it out there on the internet more.
Well, the thing is, when you come to my website, I've got like 5 items I sell, right? So it's like, most of that does come from YouTube, people on YouTube that buy from me and stuff like that. And dealers, I do have dealers that buy it, but a lot of them bought at Hive Life and then haven't bought it since, right? So it's one of those things. We'll just see how it goes. And the thing is, the way I feel about it, and I'm not upset with them. I mean, you got to do, it's business, right? It's not checkers. So when you start out, you start with whoever you can get to get your product going, and then as you grow, well, then it's more of a hassle to send it to 50 people than it is to send to 1 guy or 5 guys, right? So that's kind of the dilemma I'm at, because I know for a fact I've spent probably over $10,000 in Apis products this year, and so so it'll be interesting to see what happens with this other company, and then they have that company has made a decision, which makes me as my company have to make a decision. So we'll see how it goes.
Excuse me, Tim and Hannah.
Dude, I'm about to call it a night. Okay. I hope y'all good rest of the weekend.
I wanted to say hello, Miss Hannah and Tim. How you doing, brother?
We fared a middling, as they say.
Yeah,
we trucking along. Appreciate you
I don't
asking.
mean to jump off as soon as you get on, but I'm about wore out for the night.
I hear you. I heard. I was cooking when Tim was talking about what was going on. So.
Oh, okay. Okay. I'll talk to y'all soon. Okay.
All right.
Good night. Let me see. Make sure I'm not missing anything over here.
Well, Todd, didn't you have a good season out there on your honey?
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. I thought it was going to be worse than it was, but I'll take it. I'll take anything at this point, just like everybody else. I had a little problem with where it's going to go. Those people are not buying now all of a sudden through the farm, so now I'm stuck with doing it myself, which is all right. I don't mind. So I've got 500 more pounds to bottle, and
you might can send it to Mark. Mark's selling it by the damn truckload.
I know. Hey, no kidding. I looked on Facebook Marketplace yesterday, and there's a guy around here that's selling this year's sage honey crop for, get this, $200 for a 5-gallon bucket. So I'm thinking, man, that's $60. You sell those bottles for $10 each, and you're making $400 profit.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't know how good the honey is, but it's light honey, I think.
Well, it is less work to sell it in bulk, right? And then you're just done with it. You're just not making as much per pound.
Yeah, he's selling it really cheap. But I don't know. But yeah, it's it's going to be interesting. I think I'm going to be building a pail warmer this year and putting a couple buckets in there.
Yeah, I got to do that too, Todd.
Send me the blueprints.
It's a good problem to have.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
If Vevor ever get them in, they got the bucket warmers for like $79.
You talking about the wraparound ones?
Mm-hmm. The bee blanket ones.
I need a box.
Yeah, I've heard that those work, but you got to be careful. They'll cook your honey if you're not.
Well, you don't have a bottling tank, Todd?
No, I do not.
I don't either.
The honey just gets in my way. I want to do pollination, really. I don't want to do too much honey. I don't mind doing some honey and giving it away to people, but I don't want to sell it unless I have to.
Just
Yeah,
fine.
how about if I ship a 5-gallon bucket your way, Bob?
You're in California, so
60 pounds.
find you a winery.
Well, there are some breweries around here I got to go talk to. See if they want to do anything with it.
Maybe find you a peanut farmer that does honey roasted peanuts.
Yeah. Well, there are no peanuts around here. They don't grow them over here, as far as I know.
You guys grow everything else out there, though.
Yeah. Yeah, we do.
Well,
See,
it's like somebody mentioned a bakery or somebody.
Yeah. Yeah.
we got a
there's
bunch of
possibility.
tiendas around here, right? Or I think it's called a tienda, the little Mexican stores.
Wow.
I seriously thought about labeling my honey with Hispanic writing on it and taking it to those little Mexican stores and selling it to them to put on their shelf. And just as a idea to see, I bet you they would buy it. I bet you it would go in the store. I get a lot of Hispanic people that come up here to buy the honey. I mean, all their sopapillas, Mexican restaurants, sopapillas don't they all have honey drizzled over them?
Yeah, the ones I've seen. I don't know. You know, there's a recipe out there that's they use honey for their asada. So, and asada is everywhere.
Horizontal Beast says Mexican stores love honey. Ricky says it. So I thought about doing it. I've got a couple around here.
Well, here's the problem for me. Not that it's a problem, but there are an awful lot of Mexican beekeepers in the valley here, and so I'm pretty certain they've got they got
the market captured.
Yes, sir. Yeah. So,
The
but I'll get rid of it. I'm not worried about it.
I've thought about. I don't know. I've thought about it, and even if I didn't label it, if I just labeled it honey, it'd probably be just the way it is now. It'd probably be fine. But it's just a matter of the time, right? You got to go to the store.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to restock the shelves, and then I got to worry about if the bee police are gonna catch up with me, right? Floating in that gray area with the Department of Agriculture and the rules and everything. So,
well, you know what I did yesterday is I put a little ad on my neighborhood Facebook page, and people have been banging on my door for the last day and a half.
That's how I sell all my honey.
I know. I was thinking of you. I thought, man, I feel like Bob. Instead of honking the horn, they're ringing the doorbell. So, I don't know.
I couldn't do it today because it was so sloshy from yesterday's flood out there, and I didn't want to tear up my buckwheat. So I'll pull my truck down there. I'll take a photo of it, and then I'll say, "Hey, I'm out here from this time to this time. Come get your honey." And then I go work my bees. I just leave it. I mean, my truck's in eyesight of my bees, right? So when they pull in the yard, I just close the bees up, go sell the honey, and come back and multitask it like that. And Steve says he's on his last 80 pounds from 2022.
That's all right.
I think a lot of honey's going to go this year. A lot of people are short.
Well, and that's why I don't sweat it this time of year, because all of the, no offense if you got one or two hives, but all you guys that got one or two hives will be sold out, and then I'll be the game in town, right? So even Sam has a lot of colonies, but they're not strong colonies because he continuously splits and splits and splits to make nukes. So he doesn't generate a lot of honey. Where I sold a few nukes to keep my bees from swarming and then built up. So I'm, how many bees do I take with me for the sale? They just come. If we build it, they will come. but I haven't had that many people just randomly stopping. You know, I even thought about asking Walmart if I could set up a table. You know how a lot of people set a table up at the front of Walmart, but then I'm like, but that's hot, and I don't feel like sitting out in the heat. You know, so. And then we got some vacant lots coming towards the house where people pull up there with watermelons and stuff like that and sell them on the side of the road. I thought about that, and I'm like, yeah, but that's hot. And I don't feel like, you know, if I'm there doing that, I can't do anything else. So, yeah, then I just share that that photo and to that group, and if the admins of the group post it right away, approve it, then I usually get a bunch of people or people calling, hey, I want to come out this week. Well, great, come after 5. And Google, if you haven't claimed your apiary on Google, you're missing out.
Really?
Oh my gosh. You know the calls that I get from people. I had a lady call me asking, did I do apitherapy here?
Now, how do you set that up?
Yeah, tell us more
This
about
Google thing.
All you do is Google your business on, like, you put Loma Vista Bee Company, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it'll pop up, and you'll say, if it pops up, it'll pop up. If it don't, you can create it in Google. Let me see if I can do this. So let me see if I can present this. You know how to add it, Tim? Oh, you're muted, Tim. So,
Well,
it's just like he unadded himself.
oh no.
buttons.
What?
Buttons.
Buttons.
Well, I just put in my name and it goes to my website. Or
I see YouTube and Facebook.
All right, so Google your business, right? And then it'll say your business on Google.
it doesn't say that on mine.
No, doesn't say that on mine.
And
Mine has like my website is the first thing, and then there's a bunch of.
so you can
Are you looking mine up, Bob?
I haven't, no, but I will.
Oh.
Is it Loma Vista Bee Company or Loma Vista Bee Co? How do you do it? Bee Co. Okay.
Welcome back, Buttons.
Thank
Okay.
you. I don't know. It just popped up and said the server wasn't working or something. Don't push no buttons.
Loma Vista Farm.
Nope.
I see Loma Vista Bee Company, Beekeeping in Central California. That's your YouTube.
Yep.
And I see your Facebook.
Yeah.
And all right, let them know my location. But there is a way that you can claim your business on Google.
Okay.
Let me see. Like I said, I was messing with my Google today, right? So now everything's jacked
Messed
up. Dark theme. There we go. That makes it better for me anyway. Tools. No.
I'm trying to remember how we've done that. We've done something on, I guess is what y'all talking about, on Google, but put the gun line on there. But I don't know how to run any of that. I get a message every once in a while that says so many people looked at it, and that's about as far as I can get with it.
Let me see. Add another account. I'm trying to find the settings, guys. Let me see.
No worries. I know you'll figure it out, and then you have to let us know.
Google My Business. Claim your business on Yelp. Nope. Google Business Profile. Get listed on Google. So you click that. Just Google google.com/business. It's free.
Google.
And then you go up to the top, and there'll be a button that says Manage Now or Sign In, right? So if you click the Manage Now, there it should come up and say your Google on or your business on Google, and then you go to business profiles or add a new business profiles where you want to start.
Okay,
And-
so it says get listed on Google, right?
Yep.
All right. I'm doing it on my phone.
And then it should say add a new business profile.
Well, the IRS will know exactly where I'm at.
Well, it puts you on Google Maps too. So when someone's looking, like I get businesses that are looking for beekeepers for swarm remove or swarms and stuff like that, they'll Google it. And you get your YouTube channel to go and Google your business and give you a good review, keep that number up, and you stay at the top of that list.
Did
And
you
you
put business category agriculture?
I don't remember what I put on mine. I think I put beekeeping.
Let's see if beekeeping is on there.
And then you can add your Facebook profile to it as well, so they can find your Facebook for your Facebook for the group.
They don't I got an error message from Google saying they don't understand beekeeping. So
You might need to put agriculture then.
yeah.
But when you take pictures and you tag that location as your bee farm, all that gets added to your Google. So,
I see.
Tim, can you add my little thing down here?
Bob, I'm gonna be honest with you. I better not go to pushing no buttons on this thing.
I got you.
I'm on the cell phone too. I mean, there's probably a way, but it'll probably end the whole stream or something. My luck.
But it has the map where you're located so people can find you, and it's got your, you can put your business number and all that on that.
Okay.
So
I can't put the farm because that's not me at that farm. I'd have to put my home. So
and it just so it allows you to set all that up. So when people do go and start looking, then
I'll definitely have to do it though.
Oh, it'll go. Especially you start getting out to individuals, man. Them old timers and all that. They love getting that fresh honey.
I can't tell you how many times that I've gotten just, I don't know who they are. It's a random phone call to my cell phone, just asking me when can they come pick up honey, and even if I'm on my day job, well, I'll be back after 5 today, or you can come get it this weekend, or you can. A lot of people will cash at me money saying, hey, can you leave it on your front porch? I'll swing by and pick it up. And it's just another way for people to find you. And it's another tool. But if you haven't done it, definitely spend the time to get it set up. And
Okay. Yeah.
and then when you get on here, we'll make sure everybody Googles your thing and gives you a review, 5-star review, right? And then
So, okay, Bob, I'm setting mine up, and it's down to the part about add business hours.
yep, that's so what I did is I just put like 10 to 7, and ain't nobody gonna just drive over here. They usually call and say, hey, where are you located? They don't read the whole thing typically, but people will. I mean, I get contacted all the time, and they'll call you. Hey, we got all those swarms that I was catching at the boat company and at the brewery and all that. And not only that, but all of those interviews from the TV stations and all that came because they Googled beekeeping, and I was the closest guy. So, so they came out, and so it definitely helps get the word out. It's worth it. It takes a minute though. It takes a minute to get it set up.
Oh man. I got up again at 5:30 to beat the heat, and it beat me again.
I'm curious how you say your bees are really chill that time in the morning?
Yeah.
I went out, I was like 3:00 when I was out there today in the middle of the day, and they didn't give me any problems today. And I was moving frames from one box to the other. There goes Tim again.
Yeah. Well, I didn't get too much into them this morning, but there were a couple things I had to do. But oh man, I couldn't take it much past 11:30, noon, I think.
Right.
Oh, it just beat me down.
It got hot. No, I've been bumping it up. There's a few places that I still give a little bit of a, like when I go out to the car dealership with the guys I used to work with, they buy at least $100 worth of honey every time I go in there, usually. So I usually just keep them at the same thing. But I went up to 17, 12 and 17. I went up $2. My phone just notified me. Something.
Sorry about that, y'all. This thing keeps jumping back and forth.
You're on your phone, Tim?
Yeah, it's their own cell phone.
They have a mind of their own sometimes.
Well, these last few streams, it's like whenever we get a couple hours into it, it starts doing this where it says no connection. You got to refresh, and I'm not sure what's going on with it. And I know I've heard a couple folks talking about they've had problems with StreamYard doing the same with them.
Good night. Brian was selling pints for $30.
I hear you, bro.
That's because they're all stoned.
Holy cow.
$30 a pint. Is that a pint of runny honey or a pint of creamed honey?
Oh yeah. He still needs to do a video about his creamed honey. I'm interested in trying something like that. Just for myself, because I love cream honey.
Brian, email us an address and we will send you a cashier's check for that cream honey.
Runny, no labels. Holy moly. You didn't have to waste money on labels. Oh, by the way, Bob. Hang on, let me find the picture. I found you a label company to check out. I don't know if you've checked it out before. Print Place?
Print Place?
Print Place. So I go to this local restaurant almost every day for lunch. The owner is telling me he gets 1,000 labels, and they're oval. It was like 13 cents each. I can't remember, but I think it was 11 or 13 cents a piece. And they have the split peel off backing. You know, you
make it easier.
Undo one side and then do the other.
It looks like they sell a bunch of stuff.
But he said it's really good for him. I'm thinking, well, I might have to look at that next year.
Let me see. Labels. There we go. Custom labels, product labels. From $16 on a roll.
How much is in a roll?
That's a 2x2 square, so that's not very big. Let's see. 250.
150?
250.
Oh, 250.
Let's see if we do a 3x5.
And see his oval labels they're not, well, I don't even know the dimensions. I'd say about 2.5 inches, 3 inches up top to bottom, and then probably about 4 inches across.
He did like a 2x4.
I think so, yeah. Oval though.
Oh, he's doing an oval. Okay, let's see. Oval. I'm doing 2x3 ovals now, or 3x2s. 2 inches wide, 3 inches tall.
No, it's
30 cents a piece is what it's showing me right now. On a
well,
roll. If you get them on the roll is easy, but if you get them
they were individual. He
single.
showed me the box.
Oh, that is singles. $76. Oh, maybe if I ordered more, it would be.
He gets 1,000 at a time.
1,000 is 10 cents a piece.
Yeah, there you go.
That's pretty good.
Mhm.
I might need to switch my.
$100 and you get 1,000. That's, well, whatever. $100 in tax.
Well, my Avery labels are 14 cents a piece, and I have to print them.
I bought 1,000. I bought I think it was 1,000. Went to Office Depot, bought a 1,000 labels box because it was cheaper. I paid $33 for them, and then I printed them at work. and then the next day the cartridge had to be replaced, and we ran out, and I had to order another one. And then
But they do something else that I'm interested in too over here. They do mailers.
Oh,
So that might be good for mailing out like postcards to like beekeeping supply companies for my swarm lure, right?
Yeah.
Maybe. Or it might just be a big waste of money. Don't know.
Now, who's this you looking at, Bob? For them label? What company?
Printplace.com.
Okay.
Bottle labels, waterproof vinyl. That's the ones that I usually get. Waterproof, gloss. That's what I need. Let's see. Let's go back. Oh, it's cut the size or roll. Let's see. Oval.
well, I tell you what, the privet was so thick a couple weeks ago, it gave me allergies, and I still have them. That
Need to find you somebody that got some good honey.
huh?
Find you somebody that got some good honey.
Yeah.
I just so happen to have a few pounds.
So cut the size, 11 cents a piece, full color front, blank back for a 2-inch by 3-inch oval. Like that.
Yep.
I need to redesign my label anyway, so it'd probably be a good thing.
They look to be really good labels. So I said, man, I've got to take a picture of that because I knew you'd probably be interested in that.
If you get them on on the roll, talk about a price increase.
Yeah.
21 cents a piece as compared to 11. It goes up a dime a piece.
Jeez.
But if you got one of those labelers with a roll on it, it would
It
be
worked.
easier.
Yeah.
That's still not
You
bad.
reckon those vinyl labels? Darren's asking something that'll hold up to decrystallize, and would them vinyl labels be the best to hold up against something like that?
What I found is the labels I get from Avery, I get the glossy ones, and they've held up in my truck sitting in the case, you know, at whatever ungodly temperature it gets in there during the day. And it's worked for me. I mean, I've even put them in the oven with the light on and let them decrystallize in there. Didn't turn the oven on, just turned the light on. The was 36 for $250 when you buy 5. So you have to buy 1,250 labels. They were $36. But see, I don't use the standard label, right? What I found is most companies, when you order from a beekeeping supply company, they all look the same. They just change your name and stuff in it. And that don't matter to some people, I understand. And for me, I just wanted something a little bit different. So, but yeah, so that's a good company. I'm gonna have to let me star this, keep it up in my favorites up here. Of course, now it's just going to star that label that I just picked out. Let me star that the homepage. But yeah, they do mailer boxes, brochures, print price, direct mail, print and mail, all from once. Get started with direct mail. Let's see how much that is. $85 setup and $24 for 1,000 pieces. That doesn't include the shipment and all. Right. That's just the need a mailing list. Yep. Sure would. They'd have to do all that. Well, that's good though. If you give them, hey, I need beekeeping supply companies, and they send it out there, right?
Oh yeah, that would be good.
Or could you just go to, excuse me, but say you're talking about flyers or little mail out pamphlets?
Right.
Couldn't you just take and like you get these old want ads, as Mama calls them, but put, resident of, and have the postal service just distribute them out in your community kind of thing?
Yeah, you have to pay them so much per, I don't know if it's per pound or how they do it, but yeah, you do pay them for the shipping. But when you do a service like this, they do all that for you, right? You just pay them and they do it all for you. So,
Oh, there you go.
I got 2 new products here that see if I can see there.
little cut comb action.
Yeah, 3x3.
Nice.
And I got the scraps I made.
Chunk honey. That looks good. Man.
Bars of chunk honey.
How much you selling the cut comb for?
I'm gonna try to do like $25 or $30 a pound. So whatever these are weighing out at about 8 ounces.
So $12.50 or something like that.
Something like that.
$12.
Yeah, 10 to 12. I'm shooting for like $10 to $12 per one. And this, I don't know. I'm thinking $20 a pound. Who knows? It's not quite a pound and a half. It's 22 ounces because I guess the wax is lighter than the liquid.
How much you end up with, Philip? Pound wise?
I think I'm going to have about 700 pounds.
Philip is your chunk honey capped, Darren asked.
Yes. And I tried to put a piece in there that was not capped and not filled, and it just shoots to the top. It's got too much air in it. It floats. I guess it eventually settles back down, but it was like a third of it was uncapped and not even filled. But but most of it is completely capped.
Mm-mm.
Well, guys, I'm gonna have to hop off.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Sorry, Tim. I gotta get out of here too.
Yeah,
Go to bed.
we all gonna do the same, I reckon. Get ready for that work week.
Yeah.
But hey, we appreciate everybody coming in and chit chatting, comments, everybody. And Lord willing, we'll see y'all on the next one, I guess.
All right.
Yes, sir. Appreciate y'all.
All right. Good
All
night,
right,
Dave.
y'all take
Later.
care. Later on.